Nou, jij moet het maar eventjes bij doen, want ik weet helemaal niet of je de...
Yes?
Leonie is er ook.
Moet je echt even afhalen.
Wat moet ik afhalen?
Het trilt nu, dus het neemt de microfoon mee.
Oh, sorry.
Is oké. Alright, kunnen we beginnen?
Zet je hem hierop?
Ja? Are we live, guys? Yes?
Ja. Jij moet even in beeld. Dus
Alright. Nee, ik ben daar in het beeld. We zijn in die camera.
Oh, god. Nou, jemig.
Alright. So, I think we can start. I think so. All right, welcome everyone. We are starting our virtual open house live event today with the screening of our documentary courses. I'm joined here by the teachers Marieke Rodeburg and Bernadette Gerards. And I don't know if you'd like to have an opening word for the people watching?
Yeah? You can start if you like.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Okay. I'm Bernadette, and I gave 2 courses, a Dutch course and an English course, and I really was impressed by the students that stayed, who tried to make their films. And in my course, everybody made a lot of small films, and some projects are still to be continued. They will make another film in June or July, I hope so. And the rest will.
Yeah.
Marieke.
Yes. And also, in fact, documentary 1 and 2, and 2 is like an advanced course. So it was 2 different documentary groups, and documentary and fiction. And so the funny, not so funny, but the moment that we had the semi-lockdown, we were in the middle of or having a sort of have had the basics of camera techniques and storytelling and sound, and with a documentary and fiction sort of translation into writing dialogues, for example, and how to make your own story into a fictional part based on reality always. Mm-hmm. But then, everybody was, of course, at home. Mm-hmm. And me too, I share that it was really nice to see how people actually continued working after some hiccups and some doubting, and of course, without a camera at home or without editing things or... So that is quite also challenging. Some people, even somebody had to go back to France, somebody to Spain and Hungary, and some,
to Italy,
Italy, or having family in Bolivia or wherever, in different. So that was, I think, it's really a challenging times, and then it's really nice to see some, also exercises and also some longer films. That actually has been made, and it's all work in progress and all to be continued.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's lovely to see that there were still so many people that managed to produce something in these times. It was really fun to see.
Yeah, unfortunately offline, and that is quite hard also. I'm hoping to see you all back soon. Yeah, like in somewhere here or with a glass that I see.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we are going to start our first block of films. Mm-hmm. We categorize them a bit by language to be a bit more inclusive to the people, because there's also a lot of international students that unfortunately probably won't be able to understand the first few films. So we're starting with the Dutch ones. And we have mixed both of your classes. Yeah. I think the first one we're starting with is a video by Simone Lomans, and it's called Oma in Quarantaine.
Grandma in quarantine.
Yeah. Grandma in quarantine. Right. Does it? No? We are sitting opposite someone who's starting a film, I think.
Als het goed is de microfoon geknibbeld.
Oh ja, want hij loopt wel inderdaad.
Ja, maar geen geluid, hè?
Oh, dat zou jammer zijn inderdaad als die...
Zit je meer voor mij, Alex?
Ja, hij loopt.
Ja, hij staat voor jullie.
All right, guys, I think we're having some technical difficulties over here. We're going to check and see if we can get the sound of the video, which is missing. So bear with us for a minute.
Ah, oké, dat hebben we ook allemaal. Die luistering moest dan wel...
Ah ja, hij loopt wel inderdaad.
Ja, maar geen geluid, hè?
Oh, dat zou jammer zijn inderdaad als die...
Ja, dat neemt ze ook allemaal op, dus ook allemaal luisteren.
Zit je weer voor mij, Alex?
Ja, hij loopt.
Ja.
All right, guys, I think we're having some technical difficulties over here.
Sorry.
We're going to check and see if we can get... Of our documentary courses.
Kan ik iets doen of iets...
Nee. Hi guys.
Ah, nu wel. Ah, dat is sound.
Ja, maar dat is dus alleen via de dinges.
Via wat? Wie heeft zich anders?
All right, guys, you are on screen right now because we're trying to figure out the audio. So if you want, we can chat with you guys for now while we figure out the audio.
Well, it's nice to see. I think 4 groups together.
Mm-hmm.
There's one documentary one, the 2 documentary one, and English,
Yeah.
and one Dutch, Leonie, and documentary 2, Eva and Carline. So you can already start a video and film collective together across borders. I think. And we are a bit dependent on people that are running here in the theater hall. So
Yeah, it seems that something has gone wrong.
It looks very. It feels very powerless. Normally we are the nerds, right?
Yeah.
Ja.
It's a bit
We kunnen ook
strange.
zeggen over een kwartier
Ja, dat kan ook.
dat ze even offline gaan. Of
Ja.
even,
Ja,
of niet.
ik weet niet of dat kan.
Of het
Dat je meer op
überhaupt-
een herstart bedoel je? Ja.
Hm?
Ik ga het wel vragen.
Ja,
Chatten
ja, of
jullie even met
dat
de
we tegen
mensen?
hun zeggen.
Ja, ze vermaken zich wel, denk ik. Dus.
Ja, maar de mensen online kunnen dat ook zien.
Oh, staat die nog steeds aan, die livestream?
Ja, want dat kan.
Je kunt dat niet stoppen, zeg maar.
Ja, ik zou eerlijk zeggen, even een kwartiertje pauze. Of niet?
Ja. Ik ga hier zo een
Dat is
beetje zitten
eigenlijk
voor de...
beter.
We have a 15 minutes or 10 minutes break. Or 5 minutes, I hope. But we have a small break. And you can have a... Because they need to fix it. And apparently we're also live. Well, online, live. So
Ja. Then
a
we
few
see.
minutes break and you can promote the live stream. Hey, Leonie. Hi.
Okay, see you in 10
You're
minutes.
in the first
hopefully.
block, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Right. I'm jealous to see you having to cheer already. One day we will meet each other in life. Exactly. Cheers. Wat zeg je? Dan kan je niet stoppen. Nee.
Oké. Dat is inderdaad 30 minuten vertraging.
even in de oven? Ik zou het vlees even in de oven of misschien in een pannetje of in een grond. Dankjewel.
Ja, super.
Het is echt te...
Essentieel toch?
Alright.
Ja.
Nou,
Oké.
ik hoop dat
zijn we
men
weer.
nog aan de lijn hangt. Alright. I'm seeing some faces. That means that we're coming through on the live stream, right?
Are we?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah?
Then we start all over again.
All right. Then we're going to try again. So, like I was saying...
Sorry.
Sorry. That's okay. So I was saying we're starting off with some Dutch films. First one we're going to see is Simone Lohman's Grandma in Quarantine, and then it's just going to keep on rolling. Yes?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yep. Enjoy.
En waar moet je verder kijken?
Goed. Geen geluid? Nee, maar nu hoorde ik dit als komen terug. Ons gewoon praten. Op de livestream.
Wat zeg je?
Nu hoorde ik ons gewoon terug.
In Wuhan lijkt het ergste voorbij. Het aantal besmettingen loopt de laatste weken terug. Maar het gevaar is nog niet helemaal geweken. Er liggen nog steeds ruim 2500 mensen in het ziekenhuis.
Weer vanuit het noorden neemt de bewolking toe. En bij een stevige noordenwind is het 10 tot 14 graden. Morgen wisselend bewolkt, kans op een lichte winterse bui.
Nou, eventjes goed gedaan. Ja hoor, daar komt ie. Nou, neem nog maar een hapje. Ik ga even koffie bijzetten. Ik vind het spelletje doen altijd zo leuk. Altijd leuke mensen ontmoeten. Super. Ik denk dat ik een puzzeltje maak. Heersing is dit. Proost, leuk. Hallo. We komen wat brengen voor u. Oh, lekker. Dankjewel. Ik ga er lekker van genieten. Ik zal het wel even opwarmen. Moet het nog even in de oven?
Ik zou het vlees even in de oven of misschien in een pannetje of in een grond. Maar...
Dankjewel. Zo, daar ben ik weer.
Oh ja, dat gaat helemaal goed.
Goed zo.
Hey, oma.
Hi.
Hoe gaat het?
Ja, ik vind het wel erg jammer, want je zit wel alleen thuis. Dat is voor oudere mensen, is dat toch wel toch niet leuk.
Voelt u zich al eenzaam of valt dat nog wel mee?
Ik voel me niet eenzaam.
Waarom niet?
Omdat er elke dag een komt.
Ja.
En 's morgens doe ik de achterdeur open. Er staan er 2 kippen te tokken en die zeggen... Tok, 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 tok. Krijgen ze, zeg ik, goedemorgen dames. Krijgen ze een bakje eten. Ja, lach jij maar.
We appen best wel veel, sowieso elke dag. Ik merk dat we gewoon een hele goede klik hebben. Dus dat is wel echt heel leuk. Een jongen ontmoet net aan het begin van de coronatijd. Via Bumble. Dat was een match. Eigenlijk precies van het begin van de coronatijd. Was het wel heel bijzonder daardoor. Yo. Aan het begin ga je dan vooral veel appen, want je kan toch niks anders. En op een gegeven moment dacht ik, ja, laten we gaan video bellen. Want ja, dat is gewoon even de next step in plaats van dat je gaat daten. En, ja, goed. Ik heb vandaag thuis gewerkt, hoort van.
Ja, hoe ging het?
Op zich ging het wel goed. Ik had dat logo, weet je wel, voor Glansdorp Recruitment afgemaakt, wat kleurcombinaties voorgesteld en boodschappen gedaan.
En hoe was het in de supermarkt? Was het druk?
Ja, ik was naar de co-op, dat vind ik altijd wel chill, omdat het gewoon klein is. En dan kan je gewoon lekker makkelijk boodschappen doen. Ja. En was jij nou naar kantoor vandaag?
Nee, ik had vandaag lekker een dag vrijgenomen.
De eerste keer dat we gingen afspreken was best wel spannend, maar we hadden van tevoren al gezegd, we gaan gewoon een wandeling maken op 1,5 meter afstand. We zagen elkaar in de straat en toen gedag zeggen al heel awkward. Normaal gesproken ga je natuurlijk gewoon een knuffel geven of een zoen en nu is dat gewoon hallo, oké. En toen gingen we gewoon een wandeling maken met afstand. En je bent continu ook bewust ervan dat je die afstand moet houden en daarmee bezig. De tweede fysieke date. Toen hebben we als eerst gezoend. En ook afgesproken, of tenminste, hij vroeg wel eerst van, hey, wat doen we nu met die coronamaatregelen en mag ik je nu zoenen? Toen zei ik, ja, maar dat mag wel. En toen gebeurde dat. Ja, dat was heel gek eigenlijk om weer iemand vast te houden na zo'n lange tijd. Maar wel heel fijn. Maar ook heel awkward. Omdat je ook het gevoel hebt dat het niet mag. Tenminste, toen had ik echt het gevoel van ik doe iets verkeerds en ik overtreed nu allemaal regels. Ja. Daarna voelde ik wel een beetje schuldig. Mezelf. Ja, gewoon tegenover de maatschappij dat je dan toch iets verkeerd doet of zo. En vanaf daarna eigenlijk is het gewoon whatever, corona. Ik denk echt elke dag aan hem. En als ik wakker word, dan denk ik aan hem. En als ik naar bed ga, dan denk ik aan hem. En ja, ik heb gewoon altijd zin om hem te zien eigenlijk. One day I was swiping on my phone on the dating app called Bumble. Oh, I met this guy during Corona, and he's never left my head. Shall we start an Instagram? Shall we call it follow love? We're already making memories. I don't want to forget them.
Er zijn bonen en blikvoer en blikvoer en jij bent er en ik. En ik vertel wat we zouden moeten doen in de toekomst. En jij vertelt me hoe dankbaar je bent voor toiletpapier, voor het samen zijn, voor blikvoer. En tegen alle adviezen in kussen we, knuffel je me, houden we elkaar stevig in leven. En terwijl de stad in haar schaduw is, zijn wij in de nacht van mijn lakens. Verliefdheid in een maatschappij die uit elkaar valt. En we filosoferen over hoe de wereld er buiten uit zou moeten zien. Over vogels en vlinders en vers warm eten. En soms verlaat een van ons de kamer voor een andere kamer, voor een plas, om eten te halen, dat verdomde blikvoer. En we vechten tegen verveling. Ik zie Ik zie wat jij niet ziet. Nieuwe lichaamsdelen, wolken als brillen. Roger Federer, lege blikken op de vloer. En we zingen. Jij zingt.
Now keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down, your love locked down. Now keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down. You lose, you lose.
En ik luister naar een helende stem. En we kijken tv. Hopend dat de dingen anders zijn. Maar nee. En we wenen. En we wenen. En we wenen. En de dagen kruipen voorbij. En dan is er het einde. En we realiseren, wanneer we terug in onze oude levens stappen, dat niets veranderd is. Op één ding. Geen blikvoer.
Ik probeer me wel eens voor te stellen wat jullie beeld gaat zijn van deze tijd. Ik weet eigenlijk net zo weinig van het nu als van het later.
Coronavirus continues to spread at speed. This time a week ago, there were under 3,000 cases in China. There are now more than 17,000 and more than 360 people have died. Outside China, there are more than 150 confirmed cases, and we now have a fatality report.
Ik heb even gehamsterd voor ons. Als we terug zijn de supermarkten leeg.
Dat is waar. Ik denk dat het hier...
Wel mee doorkomen. De corona-oorlog.
2 uur.
Goedenavond, dit is een extra NOS-journaal in verband met een toespraak van premier Rutte. De premier spreekt over de laatste ontwikkelingen rond het coronavirus. Op NPO Nieuws kunt u deze uitzending...
persconferentie aan het kijken.
Is niet goed?
Het is echt wel serieus.
Het is echt heel heftig.
Ik twijfel nu wel om misschien een pakje rijst mee te nemen vanuit.
Goeie unit aan pasta. Want het kan blijkbaar, kun je dat in Nederland blijkbaar niet meer krijgen. Maar ja, is het nodig? Dat is de vraag.
Het is wel serieus.
Ja, ik weet het niet.
Maatregelen om de verspreiding van het coronavirus een halt toe te roepen. Daar vallen dus ook alle CREA-cursussen onder. Nu besef ik me wel van, oké, als dit ook niet meer doorgaat, eigenlijk ons dagelijks functioneren, ons dagelijkse bezigheden. Studeren, werken. Het heeft toch wel meer invloed en impact op je. Vooral omdat het nu zo snel dichtbij komt.
Wat vinden we van een week lang thuiswerken?
Nou, ik vind het eigenlijk wel heel relaxed.
Ja.
En we kijken allemaal weer eens even gewoon om ons heen van joh, weet je, wat is er nog meer in het leven naast die hectiek die we gewoon 205 dagen per jaar hebben naast vakantie en gewoon weekend. En gewoon weer back to basics en gewoon even een soort van waarderen wat de rest van het leven is.
Je kon gewoon eindelijk even stilstaan in je altijd maar geleefde leven. En natuurlijk was dat voor iedereen anders. Maar voor mij voelde op dat moment het wel even zo.
Ik merk wel een beetje in mijn concentratie dat ik soms dan helemaal een soort van... dat het soms een beetje minder is door corona. Dat ik gewoon daar te veel over nadenk. Of zo. Dat je bent er toch onbewust de hele tijd mee bezig. Je staat mee op en je gaat ermee naar bed. En ja, ik ben wel een beetje spiritueel aangelegd. Dus ik geloof heel erg dat dit gewoon een reactie is van moeder natuur.
Heb ik ook echt.
Nou, toen ik dat gisteren vertelde aan mijn huisgenoten die zo rationeel als de pest zijn, die keken me echt aan van... Wat zeg jij?
Zometeen komt de persconferentie van Rutte. Zometeen, volgens mij begint hij nu al. Dus die gaan we wel even kijken. Ik ben benieuwd of er nieuwe maatregelen gaan komen of niet. Ik hoop het niet. Ik hoop eigenlijk dat hij een goede reden heeft om geen lockdown te doen. En dat we er met elkaar ook uitkomen op deze manier. Een lockdown zou wel echt vreselijk zijn. Ik ben nu al zo klaar met dit binnenzitten.
Maar laat ik alvast gezegd hebben dat al die helpen en al die helpers in de zorg mogen verwachten dat waar zij zo hard aan het werk zijn, dat wij ons dan ook allemaal houden aan de regels. In ieder geval ook de regel om 1,5 meter afstand te houden. En dan kom ik ook bij mijn tweede opmerking vooraf. Want sinds een week geldt die afspraak in Nederland. Namelijk beperk het aantal sociale contacten en houd 1,5 meter afstand tot elkaar.
Confronterend om deze plek te zien. En als je zo kijkt, ziet het er ook uit alsof het allemaal een beetje hals over kop verlaten is. Want we zijn allemaal natuurlijk een beetje weggegaan met het idee dat we misschien een week later hier wel weer zouden gaan zitten. Dus er hangt hier nog een jasje van iemand over de stoel. Allemaal nog werkspullen op tafel. Dus ik hoop dat ik snel weer terug mag naar deze plek. En dan vol met allemaal mensen. Dat ik dat ooit nog een keer in mijn leven zou zeggen. Er zijn echt veel mensen naar het park aan het gaan.
En mijn team alleen af en toe zo'n duif die er dichtbij komt.
Ja, dat is echt gevaarlijk, hè?
Ja.
Die moeten we zien te ontwijken.
Vliegende ratten, zeg ik altijd.
Vliegende ratten. Vliegende corona-doorgevers.
Precies. En dat is nu ook. Nu krijg je ook weer één groep ja, die wordt harder geraakt dan de andere groep. En die ene groep zou er altijd op tegen zijn op de maatregelen, omdat die hem harder treffen dan een andere groep. Dus er is nooit een manier die voor iedereen hetzelfde effect heeft, zeg maar. Dus de een wordt gewoon harder geraakt dan de ander. Dat is inherent aan de crisis. Zoals jij een ondernemer bent die, weet ik wat, in de facilitaire dienst zit of in uitzenden van personeel of iets. Ja, dan ben je gewoon lul. En dan gaat je bedrijf nu, zeg maar, redelijk naar de kloot.
Ondanks dat velen het echt slechter hadden dan ik, heb ik me ook wel kut gevoeld. En nee, ik heb geen eigen bedrijf. En ik heb gewoon geliefden om me heen. Maar het feit dat je niet meer vrij bent om te doen en laten wat je wil... het is gewoon echt kloot en dat ervaar je pas wanneer het zo is.
Beste reizigers, door de huidige situatie rond het coronavirus is de dienstregeling.
Hoi opa.
Hi, Nicky.
Het is jammer dat ik nu niet naar je toe kan.
Nee, het is helaas. Je moet afstand houden hè, nu, in deze tijd. En vooral voor oudere mensen, hè. Die zijn vatbaar op het moment hè, voor de virus.
Jij hebt natuurlijk ook een beetje de oorlog meegemaakt.
Dat
vind
heb ik.
Vergelijkbaar?
Ja.
Of is
Nou,
het heel
ik vind dit heftiger. Omdat het zo onzeker is nu op het moment. En vooral voor deze leeftijd, hè. Als je op leeftijd bent, dan is het...
Alleen maar knuffelen als het over is, hoor.
Zo, ik ben echt benieuwd tot de dag dat ik weet dat je weer mag knuffelen. Oh. En dat ik dan naar iedereen toe ga fietsen om gewoon een knuffel te geven. Alleen dat.
Dit is een soort van bevrijding van de oorlog. De bevrijding van het coronavirus is...
Knuffeldag.
De knuffeldag.
De knuffeldag.
Dat je elkaar weer gewoon in elkaars armen kan sluiten en zeggen, we gaan weer knuffelen.
Niet te lang over praten, want het wordt sentimenteel.
Ik heb ook gewoon zin om gewoon weer lekker helemaal naar de gidsen te gaan. En dat het weer normaal is dat je met je bezweette lichaam tegen iedereen aanloopt te rijden en zoenen.
Ik probeer me wel eens voor te stellen wat jullie beeld gaat zijn van deze tijd. Ik weet eigenlijk net zo weinig van het nu als van het later. En toch zijn me ook weer dingen heel erg duidelijk geworden. Het klinkt heel cliché, maar wat is nou echt belangrijk in het leven? Welke mensen heb je nou echt graag om je heen? Jullie zullen hoe dan ook leven met de gevolgen. Leven in het nieuwe normaal. En ik ben in ieder geval klaar voor die vraag. Oma, hoe was het destijds?
Ik zeg het nog een keer. Vooral tegen de jonge mensen die kijken. Denk niet, het zal wel loslopen. Het kost levens. Er zijn zelfs scheid aan coronafeestjes.
Gebruik je gezonde maatschappelijke verstand.
Pak alleen de trein als het noodzakelijk is. Natuurmonumenten stuurde deze tweet. Ga niet de natuur in vandaag.
Ik weet niet wat ze dadelijk gaan beslissen waar alle overledenen naartoe moeten. Dat ze dadelijk in grote koelcellen bij elkaar gezet worden zoals je ooit bij rampen ziet.
Flatten the curve.
Geen handen meer schudden in Nederland.
Dat is ongelooflijk. Mensen denken dat je uit moet zijn, moet krijgen. En als je het hebt, dat het alleen een griepje is.
Het principe is echt heel simpel. Hoe meer mensen afstand houden, hoe minder mensen doodgaan.
De cijfers van vandaag. Het RIVM meldde 722 nieuwe ziekenhuisopnames van coronapatiënten.
Hij heeft thuis neusverkoudheid, hoesten, keelpijn en eventueel koorts.
Niet meer dan 3 mensen op bezoek. Bijeenkomsten zijn tot en met 1 juni verboden en boetes van €400. En zo streng hebben ze nog niet.
En ik zeg het nog een keer. Vooral tegen de jonge mensen.
Vera, mijn beste vriendin. Ik ken haar al sinds dat we kleine kinderen waren op de basisschool. Met Zeer was het altijd lachen en gieren. Ze zei iedereen altijd al dat ze echt actrice moest worden, omdat ze zo expressief is. Nu is ze dat ook. Ze doet de theateropleiding en speelt in de jeugdserie H3L. Maar wat schuilt er eigenlijk nog meer achter deze prachtige en krachtige meid? Ik ga het onderzoeken.
Ook in Oost en West, maar ben liever bij jou. Ja, ze doen zo belangrijk, er gaat zoveel fout. Als ik met je ben, verandert alles in saus. Schat, ik kom uit de Noord en was ook in de Zuid. Ook in Oost en West, maar ben liever bij jou. Want ze doen zo belangrijk, er gaat zoveel fout. Als ik met je ben, verandert alles in saus.
Zeer? Meer. Vind je het oké als we een docu over je maken?
Ja, ik vind het wel goed. Leuk vind ik het ook, maar leuk vind ik het ook in de spanning. Ik ergens ook het idee heb dat een documentaire ook een soort therapeutische sessie is of zo. Omdat je aan het praten bent over jezelf in je leven en hoe je denkt over dingen.
Ja.
Ja, maar ook weer weet dat er mensen naar je kijken, dus dat het een... Ook toch zal altijd wel een klein laagje overheen zitten.
Oh? Nee.
Ja, met dan er boven. Nee, vind ik wel leuk eigenlijk. Het is veilig om te spelen.
Oh, hier was een stukje. Oké, ik heb deze nog niet heel goed gelezen, maar ik zal hem even voorlezen. Toen hij net dood was, mijn vader, toen wilde ik dus echt niet aan hem denken. Dan ging ik expres aan een jongen denken die ik leuk vond of zo. Het klinkt misschien vet stom, maar ik was gewoon zo sad dat ik echt bang was om in paniek te raken. Nou, dat is de tekst van Roos, het personage dat ik speel in de serie. Ik heb wel heel erg veel meer geleerd om dit heel erg los te lezen van mijn eigen vader. En haar manier van, dat is wel echt best spannend. Maar ik denk ook dat veel meiden daar op zo'n manier mee omgaan. Maar als er zoiets gebeurt, als een vaderpersoon uit je leven verdwijnt op een onnatuurlijke manier of zo, of nou ja, ineens, of überhaupt als hij uit je leven verdwijnt, dan is er iets waar je naar op zoek gaat wat het opvult, dat gemis of zo. En ik vind het heel logisch dat je dat dan opzoekt en dat ik dat dan opzoek, wel bij andere jongens, bij mannen. En vroeger toen ik wat jonger was, deed ik dat veel vaker. Toen ging ik heel erg naar jongens toe trekken en zo. En ik merk wel dat mijn personage, daarom kan ik heel goed me daarin verdiepen, dat zij dat ook heel erg had. Ik denk, mijn biologische vader die dan heeft gedacht van nee, ik wil dit niet. Dat ik dan naar een jongen toe trok van, jij wil mij toch wel? Roos, echt als een personage te zien, maar dat is heel lastig. Nou ja, ik ben zelf, Sarah, en dan als ik die rol dan speel, Roos. Maar als ik echt haar wil spelen en echt dat gevoel wil spelen wat zij heeft, dan kan ik dat niet los van elkaar zien en dan lukt dat er eigenlijk ook niet.
Als je acteert, dan is dat dat ben jij eigenlijk ook echt. Ook.
Ja, inderdaad.
Maar wel echt heel knap dat je dat kan.
Dank je meer. Maar ik ben wel heel dankbaar dat ik deze juist... Ik denk heel erg dat het zo moest zijn dat ik die rol moet spelen. Ik denk dat heel veel meiden die er dan naar kijken, krijgen soms als ik dan berichtjes lees van meiden die zeggen, oh, ik vind je zo super, je bent echt een voorbeeld, echt zo'n leuk persoon in de serie. Dan geeft het me echt, ook al is het maar een weet ik veel, nou ja, gewoon een heel
heel kort berichtje. Dat vind ik echt heel erg leuk. En ik weet ook dat mijn vader heel trots op me is. Zal ik nu even gaan dansen op mijn stoel? Ma! Tjoe!
Nee, ze zijn lekker. Oh man.
Ja, dat hoop ik.
Soms dan neem ik gewoon met weemoed afscheid van mijn palingen. Jezus, Oosterbaan, dan kan jij ook ongelooflijk slap houden. Ja, mijn vader zei het ook altijd al. Hou nou toch eens op met dat slappe houden van je. Maar ja, ik kan het niet laten. Er zijn een aantal dingen die ik niet kan laten. Het lonken. Oh nee, dat was natuurlijk een meisje die dat deed. Hè. Zij kon het lonken niet laten. Zij lonkte naar iedere man. Dat liep toen te veel in de gaten. En oh, daar kwam narigheid van. Zo, hartstikke idee. Een pond paling ga ik pakken. Salmon, goes het smokerdeel. Kijk, normaal heb ik altijd, zijn we altijd met z'n tweeën, Schipper en ik. Maar ja, in verband met de corona moet ik het allemaal alleen doen. Nou ja, dat is het lot, hè, van kleine zelfstandigen. Dit is mijn reclame. Yes, my dear. In de haven. Nee, joh. Joh, je kan er wel 35 jaar met me getrouwd zijn, maar je hebt nog steeds geen idee wat je allemaal moet doen om te varen. Nee. Nee. Nou ja, zeg. Doe nog even. Dus. Nou, we gaan het morgen even vieren, hè? Ja, joh. Weet ik veel. Nou, klaar voor jassen, met z'n tweeën. Ja, adios, hè. Denk aan mij. Doeg. Zo. Wil ik van je Haven Amsterdam voor de Friese palingroker.
Haven Amsterdam ook.
Hele goede middag, edelachtbare. Ik ga van het Zijkanaal I naar het Java-eiland. Is dat begrepen?
Ja, zeker. Bedankt.
Nou, de ark is erdoor. Dus dan kunnen we aan de bak.
Zo, Tijn. Nou, kijk, weet je wat je nou het handigst kan doen? Dan hou je even vast aan deze reling.
Ja.
Heel goed.
Heel goed. Hey Tijn, hoe gaat het, jongen? Heb je er trek in? Dit zijn de visjes. Wil je even voelen? Doe maar even voelen. Lekker, hè? Jij ook voelen? Nee?
Glibberig?
Nee, dat is zo fijn. Kijk, paling is van huis uit natuurlijk heel glibberig. Maar als ik ze koop, dan is al het slijm eraf gehaald. En dit is zo'n mooie vis. En hij is ook nog eens een keer heel smakelijk. Vind je het goed als ik nog even het vuur aansteek?
Ja, dat is
Mag dat?
leuk om te zien, hè?
Dan ga ik even de boel in de brand zetten. En normaal doe ik ook feesten en partijen, maar die zijn nu allemaal afgeblazen. Toevallig, ik doe ieder jaar de paling verzorgen bij een haringparty voor POM. Nou, met pech. Opgezegd. Toevallig krijg ik gisteren bericht binnen. Ja. Dus ik heb wel last van de corona wat dat er gaat. Ja, daar zitten we dan, hè? Een beetje te dobberen. Dus. La 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 la, vision ons Linda tralalala. Dat vond ik een hele eer. En Nico die heeft ervoor gezorgd dat ik op 1 maart in Paradiso live mocht zingen met hem.
Oh ja.
Ja, dat was ook wel een ontzettende gave ervaring.
Is zanger?
Ik mag wel graag zingen, ja. Ik zing altijd door de grachten van Amsterdam om mijn waren aan te prijzen. En dan, als ik het even zat ben om het aan te prijzen, dan zing ik klassiek of ik zing smartlappen of ik zing Amsterdamse liedjes. Want ja, muziek is voor mij toch wel iets. Kijk, dit is mijn liedboek. Amsterdamse en Hollandse liedjes. Dus dit, soms willen mensen meezingen. Nou, of ben ik zelf de tekst kwijt. En dan heb je gewoon alle liedjes. Dit is zeg maar mijn palingnummer. Want dit gaat over de Moldau, een rivier. En hij komt nu uit een beekje zo. En dan, hij bouwt zo mooi op. Ja, hier kan ik wel lekker op brullen hoor.
Ze hebben ook zalm en gans en oester.
Ja.
Nou, wij willen wel...
En zoals het erop staat, heb ik het ook.
Oké, dus per stuk pond of halve pond filet per 100 gram. Filet is misschien wel handig, hè?
Ja, en palingroken is dus gewoon echt een ambacht. Ik heb het, mensen vroegen mij laatst van, heb jij dat van je vader geleerd? Nee, ik heb het van een boer uit Friesland geleerd. En je kan het naar mijn idee alleen maar leren door heel vaak de boel in de fik te laten gaan. En ervaring. En dan ben je nog steeds afhankelijk van het weer, de omstandigheden, zomer, winter, de wind. Volgens mij zelfs de luchtdruk. Al heb ik dat nog niet wetenschappelijk bewezen. Wat zeg je? Ik ga ervan uit dat ik nog de komende 30 jaar hier ben. Dan ben ik 90. Nou ja, dan moet het maar, hè. Zie je? Of heb je er last van? Oh, dat moet je het zeggen, hoor. Ahoi. Ik leg hem even daar bij dat steigertje. Ja, leg ik hem daar neer. Niks mis mee.
Ganse borst inderdaad, niet lekker met carpaccio weet ik. En de oesters. Dat is een fijne ganse hout. Heel lekker zeg ik. En dan moet je gewoon even opwarmen en dan valt het bijna van de bot af. Ja, ik ben vegetariër. Ik eet wel vis, dus... oké. Dan... die paling, dan verheug ik me wel op. Ja,
Hoppa. Daar zit nog een velletje. Dus wat hadden we? Een pakje paling en een pakje zalm.
Ja, dat is het.
Dus samen €15. En dat wil je met tikkie doen, zei je, hè?
Ja hoor. Als je dat wil, ik kan ook pinnen, maar was jij...
Nee, pinnen heb ik niet. Zeg maar, mijn digitale betaalfaciliteit is tikkie. En daar ben ik heel blij mee. En jouw voornaam?
René, R-E-N-E-E.
06
1488
1488 Nou, dan heb ik morgen, moet ik zalm roken. En ik moet paling roken, want ik ga dat van het weekend niet redden natuurlijk. Oh. Ongelooflijk. Het was gewoon een gekhuis. Nee, het was echt een dag om niet gauw weer te vergeten. Mensen, kinderen. Wat een werk, zeg. Vis, gerookte paling. Zalm, uitverkocht. Oesters, verse oesters. Paling, goed voor jong en oud.
Wat ben je aan het doen?
Ik ben aan het... Oh. Nieuwe manier van filmen ook, wat we zelf ook niet gewend zijn. Better safe than sorry, toch?
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was a great finish. That was one of yours, right?
The last one, yeah, from the Palingboer. Yeah,
great.
Yeah. It's you were naming to Carlien Westdorp and Eva Kiemeling.
Yeah. I hope they come back in the chat. Yeah, because they were in the chat.
Yeah, they were,
Yeah. So let me just recite all of the videos that we just saw, because not all of them had a still in between with their names. So we started out with 2 videos from Simone Lohman. The first one was Granny in Quarantine and then Dating During Corona. And then there was another video by Leonie Kohn, Ingeblikt. And then Nikki ten Hoven with The Question. And then Floortje Vermeer with Silent Spring. And then Mira Vilder, who made a video about her friend Sarah. Right? And I think they're all your students, right?
Well, mine, but yes.
All the
my courses.
Great.
And I see actually Eva and Carlina and Leonie are also online.
Are joining in.
Joining in. So I think that would be very nice, because, and what I really like in this lineup is that I actually realized that how from so many different perspectives the whole Corona time was reflected on. And maybe we can ask them. Because
all right. I'll
nice.
Unmute us again, and then we'll probably have to chat a few seconds before they can actually see that we're trying to chat with them. So let me unmute us. Let's see. Maybe the girls can already hear us. Possibly. Yeah. Eva, can you hear us? Great. You can unmute yourself, then we can have a conversation with you.
And Leonie too is there, that's nice.
Let me see if I can do it for you. Let me see, ask to unmute. There we go. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Great, well.
That's very nice. Yeah, I think also maybe it's also nice, and Leonie is there too, and Eva and Carlina. Can you tell us a little bit about, because you have a particular also process and aim also of the film. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because you dare to go out, in fact, and found this a very nice story about the Palingboer. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about the process of making as well, because I think,
Well, I can tell maybe the start, because I live in the city next to a kennel. So I heard the hill smoker singing like for a while, and then I thought, hey, who is this? And I watched out of the window, and then I saw this man on a boat and selling something. I didn't know what. And then I just thought I'd contact him and see who he is and what he does. And we did, and we had like an appointment with him. I think it was in the first week or 2 weeks of Corona that we met him. Yeah. And he was from the start very enthusiastic and very down to talk and to share his story. And he was very like open, and we had like a drink, and we sit down near his boat. The first time we talked for an hour.
What we wanted to do, because when the Corona hits, then you hear all the stories about the entrepreneurs that having a hard time to keep up through these pandemic. But then, well, Carlina, she saw him, and there were still a lot of clients like coming there. So actually, wants to know how because actually his core business is selling to people on the street. But if you are not allowed to go outside, then how will he do that? So that was interesting for us to see how he will cope with this Corona thing. And actually it really went well, and like people really like him because he's a seller, but he's also like an entertainment person. So, and he really makes friends, and so that was also really nice to film him, because he's such a nice character, and really open to tell his life story and to cooperate. So we enjoyed filming him.
And it actually was also like a positive story of Corona, because he had like close ties with his customers, people would come, and because there was like you couldn't go to restaurants or bars. You could still sell, and he could still sell on the water. And people would come out their boats and have a chat with him, like long chats. He would take the time for you and for the customer. So this was the story what we wanted to show as well, that because of this close ties, this small entrepreneur was still able to doing actually a good job in this pandemic time.
Yeah, and maybe because we talked a lot about that, and you filmed a lot, and had a whole lot of preparation as well. But what I also struck me is like that you found the angle of Corona, but also to color him as a person. I think, how did you find that angle or line that you actually, because it is about Corona, but it's also more. It's not about Corona, in fact, no. It's like it has another,
It was hard for us at first to think about what do we really want to tell, which angle. But then you cannot go around his character because he's so into, how do you say it? Like, je kan niet omheen. Yeah, because he's like singing and just saying everything what he thinks. So that's also what I said. It's a seller, but also much more than that. So we really wanted to show that as well, that he's such a positive man living his dreams, actually. Because he just started in 2017, and he just quit his job, and then he was like, I want to do this. And actually his son, because I asked, do you think that your son will, is this a family business? But then he said, no, he really is ashamed of me, actually. So he's really, he does it for himself because he really likes to do this, and and he's doing it, and he's enjoying it, so that's really nice to see.
Yeah, but you told it by capturing all these scenes. I really like that. You filmed all these scenes that are happening. The scenes are telling the stories. So that I think is very well done in that sense, no? It's like, that is nice. Yeah.
And did you show him the film already? Did he see it already?
No, he didn't. We sent it today, so he's gonna see it hopefully today as well.
Okay.
Not yet. No.
Do you have any plans for the film?
Actually, Marieke told us about Ambacht in Film Festival. It's in the Filmhalle. So we think that it would be a perfect film for that. So we have to look that up. And also, there's another festival about fish. I heard you also told us, so I think we should look it up as well.
Yeah. Sounds perfect. Well, great guys. It was really impressive. It was really nice.
And there's also Leonie. Because she's gonna show also safe spaces about the next film actually.
The next block is an English film.
But also this one, I think you also decided to collaborate with somebody. It's like
would you tell us a bit more about it? The process?
Sure. In the hippie.
Sorry?
A friend of mine writes poems. And so when the pandemic started here in the Netherlands, he wrote a love poem about a couple that is far away from each other. And I thought it would be a very nice idea to try to translate this poem into a movie. And I think because it was my first movie I did, it was also a good guideline, like something I could work with and not start off without anything. And it was really nice to do that and to connect with him that way.
Yeah, I think it worked out very well. No?
Yeah, I think it was really impressive to see how you worked together on it, like his voice and his story, but then your way of showing it, and then the end, bringing it together through the Skype call. I think that was really, indicative of the times as well. So I think that was really nice. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if any of you guys who are online maybe want to share something or something that you thought was nice about the films that we just saw, or maybe share something about how, your experience in the course. Because, it was very different than I think it would normally have been. But, some of your first timers wouldn't know any difference. So, we're also interested to see maybe how you feel about, the course and whether you're interested to continue with making films. You know, whether it is a bit of taste of more. Any of you want to hand up?
Not all.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I think it was actually really nice that the course could continue, because then you have kind of an activity you would regularly do and not be in the room all day and be stuck with work. So I think it also really helped me to have some good moments in this time, and I really liked, that we continued.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I hope, I also happy that you did.
Yeah, it must have been strange for you too as well, right? As teachers to sort of switch it up and
I want to knock the screen,
Yeah.
But then we can maybe even also continue watching Leonie's and show.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Also, you're also gonna show some show.
Yeah. So for our next block, we have the rest of the films will all be in English. So hopefully it'll be a bit more understandable for the rest. And our next block, we are going to start with another video from Leonie. So that's going to be great. I think we should just start, and at the end we'll just come back to the Zoom again. Yeah? Great.
Welcome.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
Okay, see you.
Since I'm very, very little, since I'm a child, I always been listening music carefully and trying to don't hear but listen to.
Nog naar beneden. Oh, ben je dood? Oh.
What do you listen?
You Are My Sunshine, one of my favorite songs. I love it because I used to sing it since a long time. Maybe the first song I really learned in English. So because I take care more of myself and take more time to do things but properly, etc., I found peace in myself, and because I found peace, I can continue to develop what I love in life, like music, because I always wanted to be in the musical field. Or you know, just having speakers, and and it's very cool because sometimes give you the space to have speakers. If during like 2 or 3 years you can't rest in a city, you are like exhausted in the end, you don't want to hear about that anymore, and that's the thing I did in Paris. And when you are fed up of something, at the point you don't want to see the thing anymore, I think there is a problem. It's kind of exhausting to stay there, and this exhausting thing took the control of my life, and I couldn't sleep anymore. I was hard working all the time.
me to earn more points. To earn more points, but also dégager la mienne. If I push my ball, you can take 2 or 3 points. So
Amsterdam taught me that it's important also to take the time for yourself, to just enjoy the little things and to receler more. Receler. What is the word? Receler? Receler.
Relax.
No, the Dutch word.
Gezellig.
Oui, bah oui. Non, tu vois, de reseller, quoi. Vas-y, fais chier.
Parce que j'ai mis mon petit doigt, tu sais. Ouais. Et alors l'autre, j'ai mis le pouce. Et il y avait le petit doigt en bas, donc. Vas-y, ça va, ça va.
Non, attends. Non, c'est bon, là.
I think for me it's very important to have good moments with music.
Petit passif. Là, il n'y a pas de question.
Imagine a canvas which is black and white. It gives some pink, some blue, some colors in some moments.
98 cm.
For me, it's something very pleasant when I mix for other. Like the act of DJing, of mixing, is like sharing your love, sharing what brings you happiness or bring you pain also, because music is not just like a good feeling. So it's more like about giving your body and all your sense to one thing, to one perception. And I think it's very nice to just put your vision somewhere that you are fond of. De rythme. When you listen a lot of music and you're like, putain, this artist is so nice, or this composition is very cool, or this thing brings this sensation, etc. You enjoy too much to keep it for you. Since I'm young, one of my objectives of life wasn't that I wasn't so ambitious. I just wanted to have a garden, and I was talking to myself saying, yeah, if later you have a garden and you live with your friends, you succeed in your life. So now I have a garden and I'm with my friends, and that's because of Amsterdam. It's always the same idea about space, I think. That's the main idea, space. And with the space I can have a personal development, like the people on internet talk about this. So I'm in personal development in Amsterdam.
So do you have your phone on you now? Yeah. And could you find what's your favorite post? Talk us through it. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one. I've got so many posts.
Do you know what? It was probably not the last one I did, but the one before. I asked people, why do you reach for a 0% beer? And the range of comments and reasons was amazing. You know, you got loads of people who, like myself, had to give up or chose to give up to better their health. You've got loads of people who just enjoy the flavour now because they've gotten so much better. And, you know, they just don't like the buzz, don't like the hangover, but they still drink alcohol. Yeah, you've got people who just have gotten fed up with alcohol and given up. You've got people who are struggling with alcohol or who have struggled with alcohol as well and are now sober, and this is their kind of way to drink an adult drink rather than drinking sodas all the time. And I really enjoyed making that post. It took me a while to do as well. It's ridiculous standing on the table doing the bird's eye with the camera. But actually, it was really, really nice to hear and read about other people in similar situations. So yeah, I think I enjoyed that, the most. Then, so I had a heart operation when I was 10 weeks old, and that was to fix my aorta. Basically, there were two little issues. There's something wrong with my aorta; it was too thin. And also I had a faulty valve, basically, that meant that blood went back into the heart when it shouldn't, basically. The reason I tell you that is because I did know that when I eventually had the second operation, then I would need to be on blood thinners, essentially for the rest of my life. It's funny, right? So I've become more of a beer lover since giving up alcohol, which is just ridiculous. You got to appreciate the irony in it all. It was particularly craft beer. I was at a barbecue of friends a couple of years ago, probably the summer before, maybe a couple of months before the operation, and maybe even before that. Anyway, a friend of mine offered me an alcohol-free beer. I was just like, no, why? And he said, oh, well, it's just sometimes you go on a long bike ride and you don't feel like having a drink, but you just want a beer. You don't want a Coke. You don't want something sweet. You just want a beer without any of the alcohol. And I was just like, no, I'll take a Heineken. Like, you're good. And I always remember that because, now I'm trying to peddle all of these alcohol-free beers, and I can't stop like looking up new ones and always discovering where they're coming from all over the world. So I think my attitude has completely changed.
The water was beautiful. And the mountains, well, I've already said beautiful, but it really was. It was such a great day, just going around photographing, and I just love doing that, hiding behind my camera. It's probably where I feel most comfortable. Just observing people. Social thing to be doing on a holiday with your mates, but thankfully there were 8 of us, so I think I was let off the hook rather, because there were other people to talk to each other. But I got some really good photos in Stresa, and I remember it very well, and I've got them in my own album actually. So I remember for this evening trip I didn't bring my camera, which means I was actually in some of the photos, which is actually quite nice. I actually genuinely enjoy this photo because I look so joyful, and it really was just a brilliant week in so far a rather shitty year. It's just such a nice thing to have a photo of me looking happy.
Street. I was always raised to have a plan. I grew up with a plan, and I always intended to stick to that plan. It was a plan made for me, but also a plan that I wanted to keep. I would grow up, I would work hard, I would study long nights and study long days, and then I would fight for a little spot in the world where I would be happy until I would die. I did, and I went to school, I studied economics and law, and when I finished, I was ready to devote the rest of my living days making models for companies, to help them make money and make predictions, to help the big corporation become even richer and become even bigger. And for me too. And then for myself to become even richer myself. But sitting there in that little box, working long days and long nights, I asked myself, is this all that I've worked for my entire life? To work even more inside a little box for the rest of it? Is working to help someone make money off someone else really a life living worth? I decided that living in a box is no life. If I was going to live, it would have to mean something, even if it only meant something for me. So I decided not to. I decided not to spend the rest of my days inside a tiny little box, working for someone and trying to make myself happy with something empty.
I could control the situation. I could control because I always had money until December 27th when everything went out of my control.
What happened?
My plan was to work at this hostel for 1 month, which was the contract. What happened? In 10 days, the manager of the hostel, she said to me I should leave the place. I was still inside the hostel. Then when I really had no money, it was December 27th. It was the first day on the street. First day I was walking around, I had the idea, I go to KFC. KFC is warming, and then there inside some people can give you food and you can charge your phone. That was basically what I did the first 3 days. I used to stay around Dam Square, the Max New Dike, or otherwise Moonpline, Central Station, the library, not far away from that area. What's the title?
I don't know yet. You have an idea?
Oh yeah, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Okay. Well,
Street Fighter. You remember the video game? I'm single.
Oh, you want?
My name is Marco Antonio Passarin. I'm 28 years old. I'm going to turn 29, and I'm single. The lady's going to be watching this. Try to look it up for me on Facebook.
Now it's going to be a different kind of documentary.
This is a rough moment, I know. I try not to... It's sad. I'm depressive. What I say, the biggest shame and the most difficult part is associate everything with the normal life you see from the people when you are on the street. And then you watch a family at the corner, you watch a couple, and then you have no perspective to earn some money, again something, to invite somebody else to eat out. And then you're gonna be lonely forever. There is no light in the end of the tunnel sometimes.
But don't you think there is light at the end of the tunnel for you?
I don't know. I believe there must be a light there. I must see. I must watch this light. I must watch.
Yeah.
I never seen my. I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's try to forget about focus on looking for a job and.
Okay.
I think gonna turn out.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know how to go for the next step. I really want to work, have my parliament. I never reached my goals yet because every night, every 4:30, I go to the shelter. Every 4:30, I have to stay with crazy people. Sometimes I want to read, sometimes I want to do more exercise, sometimes I want to smoke my own cigarette, not sharing.
Maybe today we look for a job together?
Yeah, we can look
bit.
for a job.
What kind of job would you like to do?
I would choose to work at the reception from one hotel, otherwise work at the bar, or otherwise be in the kitchen. I'm not graduated, but I know how to speak in many languages, so I think I can be very useful at hotels and hostels. Otherwise, I would work also at Burger King, McDonald's. At this moment, I see all of them are jobs, so...
Here, KFC. You know Bos en Lommer is close to here?
That's good.
Yes, I think so. It's and then I think so. It's called team member. Let's see.
You are filming?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we can fill in some details if you want to.
Yeah, good idea.
Why would you like to work at KFC?
Because I like to I like to eat chicken. It should be a nice experience to learn all sort of chicken styles.
Yeah. I think we applied. Bedankt voor je sollicitatie, DC.
I hope I take over the position at KFC.
Let's hope. So maybe this will be light at the end of the tunnel, right? Having a job could be a good start.
Yeah, let's see. After this, you shut the camera, you go home. And I stay looking for a place.
All right. Well, that was another nice series.
Yeah.
Great job, guys. Yeah, it was really nice. The last one was quite intense, I thought. You know, it's a tough story to watch. You know?
Did you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's great to see that she did this, but it's it's the I think the stories of Corona that a lot of people don't think about. You know, a lot of people are like very in their own bubble and think about, how it affects them and them having to sit at home and work from home. But, it is actually a lot more scarier for the people that aren't that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, because Floortje Vermeer, she made the film, and she couldn't be there online tonight. But she also she came to be a volunteer during Corona times, and then decided because to make this film about with him, in fact.
Yeah.
Because they are sort of co-directing, which I really like as well.
Yeah.
That he's also like, hey, portray me like this, no?
Yeah, he's the author of the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I really love the last shot.
Yeah.
Don't you think? It's
that's great.
And she took a lot of time to shuffle the story also, like what is it about, and what is the story about, and how can I actually, because he was also amazed about his story, but you cannot tell everything, of course, in the film, and this was, I think, a lot of puzzling and reshuffling and talking about what is it about. No? It's like, and that
cool.
I find it also quite brave to
do that,
go and hang around and
exactly.
ask and look with him.
All right, let's recap who everyone was. Because we, of course, again... so we started out with Safe Spaces by Leonie Cohn, that we already talked to before. And, we're still on mute. Hi, guys, can you hear us now? Great. I was focusing so much on the live stream. All right, so I was just recapping who the makers were of these last films. So we have Leonie again, who made Safe Spaces, the first film. Then we have Guilt-Free Pint, which is made by Sho, who's also in the stream.
Links onder.
Yeah, and then we have Maddie by Mariana Edwards. Then Sho also made the textile trip to Tilburg. And then we also had Nice Dream, also by Mariana Edwards. Then another piece by Sho, which was the dramatic trailer of the Amstelkwartier. Then Art Chapel, again by Mariana Edwards with Thijs. Is that the proper one? Thijs. And then the last one was Street Fighter by Floortje Vermeer. Right? Yeah? All right. So I noticed that Sho is joining us, so I thought maybe we could start talking to you because you, you added 3 pieces. So we were just curious to see what you made, and maybe you want to elaborate a bit more. Let me just unmute you there.
Hello.
Hi. So, how was it? You have 3 very different pieces. Could you tell us a bit more about creating them and what were the different works and the different, I think you said that there were separate assignments that they were doing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, could you elaborate something?
Yeah, sure. It was really nice that really from the second class we were making documentaries, like little assignments. So I think the first one was an assignment about interviewing. So it was nice to learn about different ways of making your interview questions better. That was the Guilt-Free Pints, just the one-on-one interview. The other one was the textile trip, the museum in Tilburg, was the class when we were learning decoupage. Using your phone to take some shots. And the last one, that was actually a different assignment, but then as a joke, to make my class partner laugh, I remixed we shot a very serious, lots of shots about Amstelkwartier in a kind of very,
dramatic
social life documentary, and I just changed with just as an exercise in how you can change a thing with music. I just put the clips in a different order and put the movie trailer soundtrack to it.
Yeah, that's fun.
And you even made a 4th film, but unfortunately it was kind of misunderstanding because of the music. We thought you couldn't put it in, but next time we will do that. You made also a nice film about knitting, your girlfriend knitting.
Well, maybe we can add it to the site if it's finished. If you're interested, we can.
Yeah, I didn't know what the rules are with music, but I mean, if we showed that one, that's also definitely not allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. I
Thank you.
also noticed that Leonie is still here, so maybe we can chat to her for a second to see. Maybe she wants to elaborate a bit more about her little film.
Yeah, also I wonder, of course, because the other makers, they also notice something about or having questions about your film, Leonie. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Everyone is, if you want to join in, please do. Raise your hand and I can just unmute you.
Because, well, then I just start off. Leonie, because, I know, of course, about the process of the making, but you also had different angles to tap on, no? During the filmmaking and also during Corona time, no? And I think that's also links a little bit to the others as well, and also to Carleen and Eve, like, okay, how do you do that, filmmaking in Corona time, during a course, of course, within the course, but... how did you get around that while making?
I'm not sure what you're referring to specifically.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask two different things. You are very right. If we had interview techniques, I would be very disappointed about myself. No, but okay, let me start first. What was? How did you find your angle of your film on Betondorp? Because you have your friend, hey, the musician. He's a musician, but he's also looking for spaces. It's quite cohesive, like it is now. So how did you find an angle for your film?
I think what you said. I tried to show how Joan, who's from France, lives in Betondorp. It's a neighborhood in the south of Amsterdam. I don't know if you know it. And it was really about trying to show how living there gave him the room to explore what he likes. And so I tried to also give kind of a vibe of the neighborhood, for example, showing the public garden and showing the space he has there now. Kind of to mix how he experiences the neighborhood and through his eyes introducing the neighborhood.
Yeah, and I also think it's like, I think that was your second question, is that it's interesting how it actually then came into play with, the current times, is that, the theme of space and how that, it was interesting to see how that now sort of had a different layer to it. Was that something you played into, or was that just fully coincidence with, what's going on?
It's a coincidence, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That can also be true, yeah, very much. All right, is anyone interested in adding something to it, or should we just continue to the next block of films? Yeah, Eva has, yeah, great. Hey.
Yeah, we really like I really like the last film, Street Fighter. And I was wondering, do you know how they met each other?
Yeah, because Floortje was a volunteer at homeless care, so during Corona time, and then she decided to make a film.
Oh, nice! Yeah.
So she chatted. So she talked with different people that she was volunteering for, or like, and then this guy, was willing to be filmed and be interviewed, and during her own work, and
And did he get the job? Do we know that?
I don't think there's any conclusion to that yet. Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
But
I like it. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think she also, and she was also, I shouldn't talk for her, but I think that maybe a little bit also relates to your subject, or actually also to the others maybe, or in general, as like that, as he searched for, like, okay, getting to know this person a bit, and hanging around with his friends and so on. And I think I'm happy. I think you can see that. Don't you think?
No.
Yeah, they. by sort of sharing the story. Huh? It's like
I was also wondering. I wanted to ask you because you are, of course, already part of the documentary 2 courses, so you've already continued the first ones. I was wondering, how do you feel like? Do you feel like what are the changes you see happening, and what do you see like in development and process of, is there things you recognize from your first assignments in your previous course, and how you how you worked around it now, like how you organized creating the film you created now?
Yeah, I haven't done the first one.
Me neither.
Oh.
No.
You did.
No, I did the second twice.
Oh yeah, that's right. yeah. Okay.
Well,
but you kept on learning, no? I hope.
What I really learned in this course is really to film everything manually, because when I used to film, like you try to do it, but then if it's difficult, then you turn on to the automatic thing. So now it was just like, okay, keep on trying to do manually, and the first short videos we made, you really see you see that we progressed. We have progressed in this course. So I really like that to see.
Yeah, nice. Good to hear.
And I think for me, the big change is the first one I did alone, all by myself, and now we did this together. And that's also very nice to see that you complement each other and that you have new ways of seeing things. And especially in the edit, I think you can make endless decisions how you want to tell the story, and then it's nice that you have different viewpoints and that you can create a story together. So that was a nice experience to do it together. Yeah.
Cool. Does anyone want to add something, or no? Okay, great. Then I think we're going to start with the third block, which is also an all English films, but they're also all sort of related to the pandemic. So that's how we themed this block. So I think we'll switch to that one and we'll chat
films.
Afterwards.
Most of them are short.
These are more your classes as well. Yeah, your assignments and
it's mixed, but
and then it's exactly. Yeah, great. All right, then we'll see you after this block again.
Okay,
thanks.
See you.
Bye bye.
In a bit.
Miss you terribly already. Miss the space between your eyelids, where I'd stare through awkward sentences and avoid through awkward silence. Miss your teeth when they chattered, when we smoked out in my garden, when we couldn't sleep for all the heat. Soft talk began to harden. Miss your small hands in the palm of mine, the fact they're good at making. Miss you sitting up incessantly in the fact you're always waking. And I hope for your life you forget about mine, forget about mine. Miss your teeth dug in my shoulder as we rolled in early morning. Miss your arm lying beneath me as I lay there simply yawning. Please forget me, you're right dear, I am cold and self-involved. And I'll miss you, recent lover, I am weak and therefore cold. Get distracted by my music, think of nothing else but art. I'll write my loneliness in poems if I can just think how to start. Dot my eyes with eyebrow pencils, close my eyelids, hide my eyes, I'll be idle in my ideals. Think of nothing else but I. Just forget about
En dat is rechts of links?
Rechts of is 50 stap links.
Oh. Almelo! 22 kilometer.
just another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do.
Hey! Hoi, nou oké hoor.
I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder. I'm driving around
going.
Yeah, it's going well. This meeting is working, so.
Hello.
But can you maybe close the curtain? Yeah, perfect.
We're all in darkness. Nummers onthouden.
Die kant op nu?
Ja. 66, 57.
66, 57.
I'm not sure if he really wants to be here. I can just put him here.
No. Just.
Yeah, I miss some animals these days. I need my dog here or a cat.
Yeah, you don't have any animals, but yeah, you can. I mean,
we got very cuddly housemates. So that helps, but.
Hey you! Wat ben je aan het doen?
Ik wil plassen.
Wat vind je er nou van, die boomstammen?
Ruikt hier wel lekker?
Ruikt het wel lekker? Komt het door jou of ruikt het gewoon lekker sowieso?
Ja, het ruikt lekker naar het hout.
Ah, naar het hout, oké. Luchtverfrisser.
Wat zei je?
Als luchtverfrisser.
Nou, ik stink niet zo erg hoor.
Nee? Oké.
That's how it goes. I'm a teacher, so right now I teach from home, and I have to take care of my son, who's 2.5 years old. So while taking care of my kids online, I also have to take care of my son, who has a lot of energy and who needs some attention as well. I can't expect him to stay quiet for 80 minutes at a time, because my lessons take 80 minutes. And then I have the kids online who also have questions. Sometimes I'm in a live connection with them. So yes, it's quite a challenge. I have to balance between my son and my work. And I also have to try to keep the house in order, because obviously this little boy has all the freedom now, more freedom than usual. So, and I try to let him help in the house. The messier the activity, the happier he is. So, but that's okay. But then I also end up cleaning whatever he does. When I put him to bed, I always try to have some time for myself. Specific time shows us the value of certain people and certain jobs and certain roles.
Beste reizigers, door de huidige situatie rond het coronavirus is de dienstregeling op veel trajecten in Nederland aangepast.
해외에 있는 우리 교민들은 앞다퉈 고국으로 들어오려고 하고 있습니다. 코로나19 대응, 그나마 한국이 제일 안전하다는 판단 때문인데 비행기표 구하는 것도 쉽지가 않습니다.
근데 갑자기 다들 비행기표를 다들 가니까 이제 저도 이제 원래 안 올 생각이었는데 이제 개강이 취소되고.
아직 안 잤어. 벌써 11시 반이구나.
11시.
어떻게 잘 보냈어, 주말?
아, 보냈어.
몸은 괜찮고?
몸은 뭐가 문제가 있지?
아니, 이제 마켓 갔다 왔다니까 괜히 신경 쓰여서.
아니, 뭐, 그런 건 뭐냐.
아니, 장보러만 왔다 갔다 하는 거 가지고 크게 문제가 없을 것 같진 않은데. 나도 손 잘 닦고 너무 괜찮은데. 근데 네덜란드가 너무 치사율이 높은 거야. 깜짝 놀랐어. 사망자가 진짜 많은 거 알아? 네덜란드가?
아, 뭐 그런 건 잘 몰랐는데.
Oh crap.
우리나라가 한 2%가 안 되거든. 1점 몇 프로인데 네덜란드가 9점 몇 프로야. 한 10명 중에 한 명이 죽었어. 이탈리아나 스페인처럼 그렇게 엉망진창은 아닌데 내가 뉴스를 보니까 머리가 띵하더라고. 그래서
난 근데 뭐 어차피는 그 방에 그 밖에 많이 안 나가기도 하고 그렇게 걱정할 필요가 없을 것 같은데 생각하면.
밥 챙겨 먹기는 되잖아.
아니 그닥 그냥 잘 먹고 있어.
아빠랑 인사해. 아빠 잘.
아, 얘기할 게 뭐가 있죠?
뭐 매일 전화하기는 미안하다 잘 없어서. 근데 전화하면요 엄마가 자꾸 하지 말라고 그래.
아니 안 해서 뭘 억지를 해. 할 얘기가 없으면 만나 없는 거지.
아니 억지라는 게 뭐 내가 계속 내 생각 날 때마다 전화하려고 그러고 엄마가 전화하려고 뭐 할지도 모르는데 지금 전화한다고 해봤는데 별로 없지.
이제 할 말이 없는 걸 이렇게 되면 이제.
아니 솔직히 별로 걱정은 안 되는데 엄마한테 하도 걱정을 하니까 야 새끼 걱정이 솔직히 안 되겠냐. 그래도 솔직히 아빠는 엄마 걱정이니까 막 힘들지. 아니 이 새끼 알아서 하겠지 사는 새끼가.
뭐 알았어.
엄마가 엄마 너가 자주의식이야.
할 수 있으면 하는 거야.
그래 저기 너무 늦게 자지 말고. 뭐야 저기 편할 때 연락해 그러면. 조심하고. 잘 자라.
All right. Well, I think that was,
Yeah.
again, let's do a little clap, yes.
In class, we always do that after every edit.
All right, yeah. I mean,
that's
let's keep
true.
the tradition going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly, I think, go through, because there was quite a few little videos this time. I think many of your classes, right?
Yeah, and also a few of Marike's class.
Marike's class, yes. All right, I'm going to try my best to pronounce these names. The first was an experimental music video by Thijs Popse. And then there were a few videos by Hannah Kay. She made a Corona card, which was the second video. And I think the sixth video about Rotterdam.
Yeah,
and
Central Station. Yeah.
Yes, and then she also made the black and white video Rise.
Yeah.
And the third video was by Julia Kuipers, which is a musical message to Granny. Then we had the fourth film by Vedran Delic.
Vedran Delic.
Silence During the Storm. And then we had Corona Times at Home by Mahmoud. And also Social Distancing by Jung Fin Jeon, I think, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then another video about Spaklerweg, which we saw previously.
Aquiles.
From Aquiles, yes. And then the balcony videos by Corolla. And also another one about balconies by Sofia Scaduti, and she also made one about the living room. And then the last one was Stepping into Spring by Jessica Sethi, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, hopefully people will be joining us in the Zoom. Let's see. I knew that we had Vedran before.
Yeah.
Ah, there he is.
There
Yes.
he is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Yeah, good. You made it all the way through. Yeah, great.
Yes, I did.
How was it to see your video on screen like that?
Yeah, I watched it with my kids, so that was
Oh, that's nice.
was
yeah.
nice to do.
So-
And it was nice to see other videos,
Mhm.
and I saw some videos that I found very good.
Yeah.
I can learn from them.
Yeah, because this was your first
Yeah.
course, right?
Yes, my first course.
It was quite strange, right, to suddenly be having to change it up in the Corona times.
Yeah, but I see it also as an opportunity to make some beautiful things. What I filmed, I think it's very unique. I don't know if I will ever be able to film it Amsterdam during that time. It was very quiet. It was very special also to film Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean, you won't see the
It
city
was so
like
quiet,
this very
yeah.
often. Yeah.
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 I had a thing, and maybe to add, your film, Vedran. Also, I really I was actually whispering to Bernadette that I really liked it how also this film is already like a sort of reflection of the time. It feels almost a long time ago or so, but also the way. And which is, I think, very valuable that you actually that you made it like that. But also the length of your shots, I really liked because it really kept me looking. No.
Okay, thanks.
Which
Thanks,
I really liked, and also the silence, but also the rhythm of your edit and the way you filmed it. I really think it really. Made a good translation of the place, no?
And
Like
it really gives the feeling. Also, the way how Marike said, the way how you used silence in your film, just filmed the silence, and also with the sound you did it very. You didn't.
Yeah, I thought
music
it's about silence. Dus I need to film still, and I need to make totals and long shots.
Yeah.
So I hope.
I think you were very
You get
successful.
the impression how.
Yeah, that works. That
Yeah.
works
Yeah,
really good.
okay.
Yeah. Great job.
To the feeling. Yeah, and you also planning to make another film, and you are busy with that?
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy with that, and now I've seen the other docs. I get excited to make self new films, and so this was a very nice experience.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always welcome back at CREA for another, another course. Continue with
I will
these
do it,
ladies.
yeah.
After Corona time.
After Corona time.
Yeah, who
Or
knows? I
within
mean,
Corona, what is
we're
the
still
Corona
doing
times?
them, so who
exactly.
knows?
Yeah, but maybe you can, in two sentences, you can explain what is your idea for your next film. You are doing the research now. Huh? Maybe you can just in 2 sentences explain.
Yeah, I want to make a documentary about a few friends of mine. I want to call it Asielvrienden because we came 25 years ago. We came to Holland from different countries, and we are still friends. So I want to make a documentary about our lives and why we are friends, so different and so similar, and why we are friends for over 25 years.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
Have you started filming as well already, or did you?
No, not yet, because I want to film also the parents of my friends.
Okay.
And now, because of Corona, it's a little bit difficult to do that.
Course.
So.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea as well, because what I also liked very much about these collections was to see all the different views from different countries, right? Where there were quite a few of your students who had to go home.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to see the differences and the different,
Yeah, or reflecting on what is happening at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are a lot of international students or people who still have family abroad, but also are here for only a couple of months.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're sort of stuck here. No, not sort of, they are. And for example, also Young Vin, he also made his film with in documentary and fiction, and decided to also call his mom, but using this dialogue to actually create
I really liked that film. It was I really liked it. Yeah, the way how he edited was also really a little bit comic.
I think he likes comics as well.
Yeah. It seemed to be, that was really interesting.
You'll feel when you see this back. Send us,
we enjoyed the comedy.
Exactly. No, a lot of humor and.
That's great.
Yeah, but based on a.
Because this was an actual phone call, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's nice.
So, which is also nice, I think. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, Veteran, thank you for joining us
Thank
and
you.
staying
Thank
here
you.
and till the end. Please keep watching because we have 2 more to go. If you want to join us at the end, that's fine. But also, I understand if we're just going to finish off after that. So, thank you so much for joining us until then.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And
we're
show
gonna.
too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. All right. I think we're gonna finish off with the last block, which is 2 films from your documentary 2 course.
Yes, they are.
Right?
Documentary 2.
So,
and it's a collaboration, between two people, in fact, Chiara Piazza and Ekin.
All right, they do the first one, A Call from Dad, right?
Yeah. And maybe I actually should tell something about something, because they actually collaborated because Ekin was working in a hotel, and Chiara is actually using that story for another story of hers. So they are, using images from one story from each other. But Chiara filmed at Ekin's workplace. And they collaborated also in the editing and stuff, but so they are actually mixing 2 stories or realities into one film. And Inara, because I don't know whether we can actually talk about afterwards, she is asking also a lot of people, family living abroad, and having a perspective on.
All right, well, enjoy those, and we'll see you after for the last final words.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Pronto?
Benvenuto in chiesa.
Ah, ciao.
Vedi, c'è il ripetitore lì.
Eri in giardino? Va a fare qualcosa?
Sì, il giardino wifi non arriva, arriva proprio vicino all'ingresso, eccetera, eccetera.
Ah, ecco perché. Ma facevi giardinaggio?
Il giardinaggio, si fa fare il giardinaggio, si può fare.
Ma sono tutti chiusi gli alberghi?
Sì, no, sono aperti, è solo che non telefono nessuno, non chiama nessuno, solo disdette.
Solo disdette. Non prenotano per più là perché non lo sanno, ovviamente.
No, infatti sono arrivate solo disdette, nessuna prenotazione di niente, solo disdette, anche luglio, agosto addirittura, quindi.
Anche luglio-agosto.
Quest'anno è una tragedia perché qui si lavorava col 60-70% perlomeno di stranieri,
sì.
Quindi sicuramente non so, penso che non venga nessuno. Poi bisogna vedere quando finisce questa roba. Qui contano di riaprire tutto forse il 16 maggio.
Però riaprire proprio le attività turistiche?
No, cioè le fabbriche, la possibilità di muoversi, perché la gente adesso non si muove, capito? Cioè non è che tu dalla Lombardia puoi venire, i nostri clienti principali d'inverno venivano dalla Lombardia, quindi lì è tutta zona massacrata, per cui non scende nessuno, non scende.
Sì.
Speriamo che si riapra a giugno e che si faccia un buon settembre, la gente incomincia a rigirare da settembre-ottobre, gli stranieri, perché fino a settembre sicuramente non si muove nessuno e che poi dopo posticipano tutte le cerimonie che hanno prenotato a settembre-ottobre.
Sì. Ma il governo non dà nessun finanziamento per il turismo?
Niente, cioè sta dando i soldi a chi lavora a nero, perché questi lavorando a nero di solito riscuotono a settimana, no?
Sì.
E li spendono tutti, per cui diciamo non hanno più un soldo, sì. E quindi hanno paura, come già è successo su Facebook a Palermo, uno ha tirato fuori la pistola e hanno assaltato un supermercato. Hanno paura che ci sia un po' di rivoluzione in questo senso qui, la gente che ha fame scende in piazza e quindi comprano il silenzio della gente dando un'elemosina. Le aziende stanno programmando per la metà d'aprile forse un contentino e probabilmente ci sarà la possibilità di prendere, a quanto dicono, il 25% del fatturato annuale con un finanziamento da restituire a tasso zero, sembra, da restituire 10-20 anni, insomma, diciamo. Quindi per noi se dovrebbe essere un qualcosa come circa 120.000 euro di finanziamento eventualmente da restituire, forse, perché poi bisogna vedere che paletti ci mettono, eccetera, eccetera, quindi bisogna vedere un attimino cosa che essere sicuro. Sì. Vediamo. Saluta Dante, fate una buona passeggiata.
Sì, te lo saluto. Ciao, un bacio. Ciao, ci sentiamo presto. Ciao, un abbraccio. Ciao.
Ja, kijk, wat eigenlijk gebeurd is dat we steeds hebben geprobeerd om te voorspellen wat we het beste kunnen doen. Het is inmiddels dat Wuhan wordt aangegeven een aantal dagen. Ook een nieuwe notities is dat over te nemen.
Bolsonaro says sustaining economic growth is a priority in spite of the enormous risks of infection millions of Brazilians face today.
Edmund Enram. Meu novo bairro, emoldurado pelo novo vírus. O que pode ser visto? O que pode ser vivido? Registro o tempo. Isso me mantém no presente. Sem vacina, só nos resta ganhar tempo. Edmund. Vijf ramen. Minha cunhada diz que parece que a vida está em pausa. Minha mãe multiplica tempo e máscaras para doar na minha cidade natal. Minha prima teme que a Europa de hoje será o Japão de amanhã. Minha irmã perde as contas do tempo.
Primeira vez que o Danilo sai de casa, depois de quantas semanas? 5 semanas.
Pedaços dos tempos delas preenchem o meu. Suas janelas ampliam a minha.
Nós estamos em casa, desde o dia 5 de março, quando as escolas foram fechadas. Estou trabalhando em casa.
Non ti preoccupare. Vabbè, metti un'altra canzone, però Alex, perché quella non serve a niente.
Tem sido bastante desafiante não ver tantas vezes as notícias, porque, embora eu acho que Portugal esteja no caminho certo, a verdade é que os números são sempre assustadores e vão continuar a crescer. Então, o meu maior foco neste momento é levar um dia de cada vez. O mais difícil são as manhãs, uma pessoa acorda e pensa, bem, mais um dia disto não foi só um pesadelo.
Filha, nós estamos aqui em casa fazendo o balanço. Nós temos 13 dias de trabalho e produzimos mais de 2.900 máscaras. É um grupo bastante grande que tem trabalhado. Nós estamos com pessoas que costuram, pessoas que cortam, pessoas que doam. E o seu pai tem trabalhado com os moldes.
Com imã. Então, ele gruda. O tecido está gravado.
Perfeito.
Meu pai lhe deu uma ideia de eles estarem plantando batatas para poderem estar doando agora, como provavelmente vai estar vindo um tempo difícil, né? Se o pessoal perder serviço e tudo mais.
Aqui, ó, já colocou as batatas. Aqui entre as batatas tem o adubo. Agora tem que cobrir só um pouquinho. Do outro lado ali já tá saindo a raiz, já. que plantou 2 semanas atrás.
Então, chegamos aqui no trabalho. Deixa eu colocar as luvas. Ui. Entreguei o material. Vou passar o álcool gel aqui. Mesmo pano de luva. Passar o álcool em tudo. Meu celular também. A marca da máscara no rosto. E coloquei aqui fora um pouco o material e passei o spray desinfetante. Né, Danilo? Não, Danilo!
Agora a gente vai sair para tirar o lixo ao mercado. Só saímos para isso mesmo.
Eu pedi o pão em holandês. Eu disse, em wit alsjeblieft. É meio tosco, mas eu consigo. Só que ela depois perguntou-me se eu queria fatiado ou inteiro. E eu tipo, what? E depois ela...
Aí você falou, Holiday.
Holiday. Quando vamos nos ver novamente? Holiday. O que será de nós? Holiday. Mas disso nunca tivemos certeza.
Por hora, eles não vão convocar profissionais aposentados.
Só voluntários. Se a situação ficar mais difícil, vão convocar.
Eu não queria que você trabalhasse sem nenhum equipamento de segurança. Na verdade, eu não queria que você trabalhasse, mas enfim.
Eu também não. Até porque tem o teu pai, né?
Eu estou preparado para morrer, se for o caso de corona. Não tem problema.
Nós não estamos preparados. Você está preparado? Eu não estou preparado. Esse momento não é o momento de morrer, não. Porque você morre sozinho.
Então, mais um dia que se passou. Portugal renovou o estado de emergência. Amanhã é fim de semana, não tenho que acordar cedo para trabalhar, o que é ótimo. E vai dar para descansar um bocadinho.
Prima, Inara, olha a gente com o telescópio da Yukari tentando ver a lua.
Ali, achei.
Ai, tá muito da hora.
O trauma coletivo nos lembra da condição humana. Percebo a morte e vida de cada instante.
Como nós somos pequenos. Como nós somos frágeis. Esse vírus fez a gente refletir. Fez a gente parar. Pensar a nossa forma de viver,
a nossa interação com o meio ambiente, a nossa relação com as pessoas. E tem muita coisa errada.
Acho que vai ser essencial estarmos unidos para combater o reaparecimento e o refortalecimento dos regimes totalitários, dos fascismos e dos nacionalismos, as injustiças sociais e a pobreza.
Eu acredito que nós tenhamos que viver bem, viver em paz, viver honestamente, viver de modo que, na hora da chegada da morte, tenhamos tranquilidade de ir em paz e deixar saudade pelas coisas boas que fizemos. Filha, eu te amo. Tô com muita saudade de vocês. Queria tanto encontrar vocês em junho. Agora sabe Deus quando.
Eu tenho aprendido a viver um dia após o outro, aproveitar estar com as pessoas próximas, né? E viver esse momento, sabe? Viver o agora.
E a gente também descobriu que para ser feliz basta pouco.
Ja, is niemand meer over.
Well, all right. All right. Well, those are the last two.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, thank you so much for being here. It was really fun. I hope everyone at home also had fun. I mean, it was a.
Yeah. And thanks for the last film.
Yeah.
I really liked both of the films. Really.
Yeah.
Very well made. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great.
I think so too. Also, and also connections all over the world.
Yeah.
From here to Brazil, and also,
that was great to see.
I think to Italy,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just really nice to see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I mean, it was a different experience, you know, just being in the empty theater. It's kind of strange, but hopefully we can invite everyone back again next semester, or hopefully, you know, whenever the corona restrictions are lifted. So hope to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and also Alex and everybody.
Yeah, we tried our best.
Yeah, exactly. We at least had something, and
exactly.
we can talk live hopefully soon.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
I'm longing for it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Same here. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Till to CREA.
Doei.
Bye.